Welcome to Alchem3, a modded Minecraft server. This mod includes a lot of magic. It also includes, don't look over there, it also includes a lot of animals. And I am a sucker for animals, so I want to make a zoo. As you can kind of see, we've started making a zoo here. I have planned out the zoo. It is going to span this entire dryland area here, but thankfully I also have magic on my side. We can have spells that will make capturing animals a lot easier and will make clearing out this whole place hopefully a lot easier as well. Today we are back and I am trying to get a block breaking spell working. I have no clue what I was doing last time I was in this world.
You were learning magic.
Maybe. Probably. Okay. That is how to break one block. I think I want to add one to that, right? And then turn it into a vector. Ah, what? Oh, it just adds the number 1. I thought that did add it. Damn it. Ugh. Oh, yes, no, I did do that wrong. No, okay, hold on. And then this would be the block I'm looking at. Does this not just add... that should add them, right? Yes. So how do I stack these all into one thing? So if I just attach a break block to the end of a long thing, is it gonna break all the blocks or just one? What I do want to focus on today, because I want to do magic on stream. Yeah, the main thing I would like to do today is make a spell that breaks a large amount of blocks. Because I need to clear a very large area. I think it's going to be easiest if I like completely flatten the area I want for the zoo first. Because as much as I'd like to work with the natural hills, it's just kind of really hard to plan around. So I think we're just going to have flatland zoo. I'm gonna find my notebook before stream. Where the fuck did I put that? Hold on. Let's just start at the beginning. This is my position, like where my head is, right? And then this is where I'm looking, so the block I'm looking at. And then if I just do break block. Not quite. Pyrotechnics. Simulate firework? That's cool. Plunger firework. Ooh, that's so fun. We're definitely gonna have to do like a grand open thing with some fireworks. In like a year's time when I figure this shit out. Or when I have the zoo made. Wrist pocket. And then break block. Right. Boink. Okay, yes. How would I don't know how to do this. How do I make a big explosion? I'm trying to think of like, well, if I wanted it to break 2 blocks, I would add 1. But then I'd probably just write like break block, and then kind of run the whole thing. But I don't think that is helpful. Do I just use explosion? Please an instrument? Same instruments I can produce with a no block. Okay, that makes sense. That's fun. Do I use explosion instead of break block? Explosion. Oh yeah, because that's... I see. Let's get my abacus, because this might be the way to go. Explosion should be able to break anything? But explosion isn't the most easy to control is the issue. So I feel like it's maybe not the way to go, because it's not going to make like a clean cut, if that makes sense. But I am curious. So now we're going to use the abacus. I don't really remember how to use it. Oh goodness, that's a big number. Okay, so this is a number 9 explosion. It should be, if I fucking get this right. Okay. Again, that's great. It's not exactly what I'm after. I'm at the point when I'm trying to figure this out where I'm like, I know kind of, like I feel like I'm close to figuring it out, but I am missing something. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Now if I put both of those into a pattern, like into one big thing like that, and then a bracket, then cast Hermes Gambit, it probably would have worked. But I still need a bit of a better way to do that. Do I do like a 3x3x3 cube? We're kind of brute forcing this, I'm not gonna lie. Thing I'm looking at. Break block. End of statement. Plus 1y. Break that block. Minus 1y. Okay, let's just see if all that is gonna work. Oh, it didn't like that. No, that's not quite what I wanted. Okay. So no. Not quite. Okay. Is this gonna work? I have no idea. It just separates them into different things, which is not helpful. But I mean, I have the thing correct. And I've tried figuring this out. But I'm missing something. We're going to Google. I think we're going to Google. Yeah, so I'm using the stack in a not I'm not using the stack in the best way that I could be, basically. Do you see this? You're seeing this, basically. Oh my god. Fuck. And that would just break those top two, but I don't have space to write that, I don't think. Oh. So I think what I'm missing is I do need the direction I'm looking. Okay, well that was a fun detour. I have consulted with Zircon that an explosion spell might actually be an easier way to go about this, even though that's not quite what I want, but I can set explosions like at a lower rate, right? I have Zircon's prototype of their explosion spell, and this looks crazy. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm looking at. So we're gonna play around with that, I think, while we're here. So let's see the different, maybe, levels of explosion that you can have. The number 1, explosion. Okay, that didn't do much. Okay, number 2, explosion. Let's do that again. Okay, so I think the number 2 explosion is kind of the 3x3. Yeah, that's way easier. Oh my goodness. Curious what a number 3, because we tried out like a number 20 or something. That's why I originally was like, let's not use this one. So I'd just rather it not be like rounded. Just for argument's sake. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how to get it to face the way I want it to. That didn't quite explode what I wanted it to, but it did move it 2 blocks this way, which is a start. Oh, should I just do that? Do I just put that into a trinket and call it a day? Hold on. Because I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. It's not as controlled, but like it's not terrible. Amethyst shard. Okay, trinket made. Okay. Ooh, hopefully this works the way I want it to. Not quite. Not exactly, but that's something. I think that's where I'll end today. We'll see where I get to.
Back to learning how to make your breaking block spell?
I guess so. Ocean bag?
Yeah. So I'm not going to use this right now, because it will just take me home, but I have a potion here called the Potion of Returning, that when you drink it, it will send you back to your spawn point.
Huh.
And I'm planning on making 114 more doses of that potion to keep on in that bag.
What the fuck? Oh, is this it? What the hell?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
So, my gold farm makes dead bushes as a byproduct, and I thought, oh, I'll plant a bunch of them at Bones' thing, and it'll be funny. And I'll get rid of a bunch of them. And then I filled up that whole area, and I still had an inventory full of dead bushes that was just
Yeah.
like my hotbar. And I was like, shit, I have more of these than I thought.
So, spell.
Yeah. So the reason it's breaking 1 block is because... chill. Is because you are dampening the explosion with the block that it's being placed in.
The block it is being placed in.
So, Minecraft explosions are stupid. And they have a thing called a dampening factor, which basically is just the blocks around it affect how strong the explosion is. But typically, in Minecraft, when you make an explosion in vanilla, the actual explosion goes off in coordinates where there's air. So, it blows up more. So what your trinket is doing, it is casting the explosion inside the block, and I can actually show you a demonstration. So if I look at this block here, look at this block, do power of 2 explosion, it blows up only that block. However, if I look at this block next to it, and I add 1 to the Y level, so the block I'm actually casting in is going to be air, and then I do the same explosion, it does a lot more damage.
Oh, weird. That's annoying.
And the dampening factor actually affects it more like the actual... How many blocks would that be? 9 times 3, 27 blocks around or 26 blocks around the block as well.
Yeah.
Meaning that for an optimal explosion-based thing, you'd want to break out a 3x3x3 cube around the area where you set off the explosion to get the most power.
Yeah.
That's why that area over by Dawson's house, where I accidentally blew a gigantic crater in the side of the mountain, that's where the crater came from. I was upping the power for the thing going off inside a block, and then it went off in the air and it blew up the hillside.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, explosions would be nice, but they're not as controlled.
So you're looking for controlled then.
Yeah.
So the first thing you want to do is make a list. And this list is probably going to be tedious, because that's going to be the easiest way to do it. You want to make a list of coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to do 27 items in that list. And it's just going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, 0, 0. That sort of thing. So you fill in the whole grid. Yeah.
This is just a better way to represent it out of the wall for me.
Look, watch.
Oh. Gone. I think I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so you see the vector reflection 0.
Yeah,
and
that's what
there's
I
the
was.
X, Y, and Z.
That's what I was trying to use earlier, but I think I was just going about it a way. If that makes sense. Because making a list of all the vectors themselves is way easier than getting a coordinate and adding each thing individually to it. That makes sense.
So this is what Thoth is going to let you do, is
but
get the coordinate on the fly and add all of those vectors to it.
Yeah, but what I was kind of trying to figure out the first time was like, here's the location, add a 1, set that aside. Here's the location again, at -1, set that aside. Very different, but like kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Same concept, different execution. I gotcha.
We're gonna start with just a list, eh?
Yes, we're starting with the easy part. I'm writing out all of the vector things real quick.
Well, I have them in my notebook.
Yeah, but for you for reference. Or did you write them down already?
They are physically in my hand.
Alrighty. So do you know how to make a list?
No, I was just gonna start writing.
You can start writing. But yeah, second page, there's a sign icon that says list manipulation. Block's Gambit.
Yeah.
To make your list, once you're done making the list, you have to make it first. Good start.
Okay, we got our basic 7. Now we just need to make 20 more, of course.
Of course.
Oh, easy.
Now you're going to want to combine those. And
yeah.
You probably are going to want some sort of grid on paper so you can check off which ones you've made.
Well, wouldn't that be nice? I've got a grid paper right next to this.
And if you run out of grid space, I have this, or you can also save what you've got into a trinket. Or not a trinket, but a focus. You have a focus. I also have one of those, you need it. So actually, while you're here, do you know how to write the letters, or the number 7 into your grid?
Not off the top of my head, but...
That's 7.
Oh. Left as if you were, like, traveling on a map.
Yeah, left as if you were traveling it. You turn left, then you go straight.
Okay, well that helps. Why is 7 necessary? Curious.
Into a list. So you want to find Flock's Gambit again.
Yeah.
And you want to do that. And it will take 7 things off of your list and turn them, or off of your stack and turn them into a list. You have 7 things on your stack currently. This is basically just going to save your progress. Hey, it's fit.
Oh. At the end of it, I would need to write, like... If I wasn't saving my progress, you'd need to write, like, 27.
Yeah. So if you put that focus in your offhand, you'll be able to write the list to that.
Ah! Hey! I don't have water. Mean to me.
Come here. Okay, go run. Try and get as far away from here as possible, as quickly as you can.
Shoot.
Ah, you wasted it. You walked all the way here.
Gotta focus with a bunch of numbers.
Do you not have wings? But yeah, now your place is saved. Now you can work on the next group of them. He's deep in thought.
I'm thinking, I'm writing this down.
You're writing it down.
The grid I have written down is incomprehensible. Let's just say.
As all wizard notes are.
Yeah.
Luck. I'll be back in a bit.
Thanks.
Have fun with your list of numbers.
so if I read focus offhand, and then I want this to turn into the stack. Beautiful. And we're gonna put that back into the focus. 13. How the hell do I write the number 13? Huzzah! Okay, I put the number 13 by accident. Let's grab that back out. And let's turn this into a list, which is what I wanted to do. Cool. Then put that back in focus. Awesome. Okay. So my focus should have my 13 numbers that I have so far. So we're halfway there. Back into the focus. Okay. Focus is great. I love this thing. I'm sure there is, but hey, this works. It's not like it's that difficult. I was just scared of adding them to the list. So I'm like, I figure this'll work. This is my safest way to add them to the list. Let's say that. Okay. You know what? I see what grid I could have made now. You guys don't need to know what I'm looking at because it's horrible. And let's turn these 4 new ones to a list. Yes. Beautiful. I mean, I can show you my... I guess I will show you what grid I'm looking at. It's less of an actual grid and more of just a list. If a list, but it is in a grid. I guess this counts as... Okay, I guess it's not one grid. It's getting it done. That's all that matters. I'll show you guys. It's not good. You said grid, and I went, yes, I understand what you mean. And I wrote a grid, and then I went, this isn't how this works in my brain, but I'm using it anyway. I know what I should be doing, but we're too far. So that's my grid. There is no logic, that's the thing. There's no logic. I'm just going, which ones haven't I made yet? Let's see. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, man. And then I thought I could make it better, and then I was just like, no, that's not gonna work. Unless I can view this as a 3-part grid, this isn't in my brain. So don't worry about it. We only have 7 more to write. It's honestly, it would just be easier if I write a list. I need whiteout. I have a bleach. Work the same. You don't think so? You don't think bleach and whiteout are like the same thing? I'm writing in pen also, which does not help. I have a white crayon. That'll help. Don't even worry about what I'm doing, man. This is one of the few days I wish you guys could see, like, the few days where I'm like, a hand cam would be great. You missed it earlier. I was playing Deltarune with my guitar. It's a day. Having a day happen. This is better. Making a list. Thing my brain always understands. I'm basically doing this the same way I would play Sudoku. So it's fine. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 0, negative 0, 1, negative 1, 0, negative 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, negative, negative 1. Didn't have that one. 0, negative 1, 1, 1, negative 1, 1. Okay. Riveting stream content. I'm so sorry, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 27. That's the number we're trying to get, right? I think. Okay. I have my list. I'm still gonna be... Now I need to cross off which ones I actually have. Show me this list, boy. Awesome. That's what I need. 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 0. This is the kind of tedious I kind of like, though. I'm not gonna lie. Negative 1, 1, 1. This is the easy part. No, I know. Okay, so now I know which ones I'm missing, though. Let's go down the list. I need 0, negative 1, positive. Okay, our focus is full of 27 numbers. Or rather, integers? Whatever. Got 27 things in this list. So, now I need to think. Vectors, yes, that's what they're called. Now I need water. Oh,
Alrighty.
I see.
Did we get 27 lights? It looks like we did. Congrats, Bones, you got them all.
Awesome. Okay.
Now, you have to learn how Thoths works.
Yes. I'm on that page, don't worry.
Okay. So, to be honest, I don't think it's worded the best, but I'm gonna try and clear some of it up. At least the problems I had with it. Basically, the way you're going to treat this is you're going to make a spell, and you're going to assume that it's going to be cast with the first thing on the stack being one of your vectors.
Yeah.
And then you just save that as a list of all of the parts of the spell after that first vector. Put that in a list. Then you read you would add your vectors.
Yeah.
And then cast Thoth.
I think it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my case, it's just gonna take whatever spell I give it and just apply it to each vector I gave it, right? It's just the problem is gonna be figuring out that pattern.
Yeah.
Don't think.
So I can show you I can just take a screenshot of what I cast to do the 9x9 around me. So the downside of constructing the spell this way is that you're probably going to have to hold that focus in your offhand while you're casting it. However, this is going to be a hell of a lot easier than constructing all of those as a list of runes.
Like but if I were to put it into a trinket, I don't need to hold the...
No, you will, because you don't have the rune. So the trinket can only hold the patterns. You can't put a list directly into a trinket because it's not patterns, it's now numbers or vector.
Yeah, that is weird. Can I not transfer this list into the trinket just for one object?
There's no easy way to do that, I am afraid.
Well then, what?
However, you do have this now as a trinket that you can hold. Or not a trinket, you can hold the focus in your offhand and a trinket can read from your offhand. But yeah, basically what my spell does is it gets my position at my eyes, adds it to the pretend vector that's in front of it, and then makes a light.
I guess that should work. Okay, hold on.
Looking good so far. And now you can read that from your list. You can read the focus and also still have your pattern. And now you just cast Thoth. And that's just 3 triangles in a line, no bottom.
Huh.
So you ran out of amethyst there.
Oh. Keep forgetting that. That's so annoying.
But I also think something went wrong. You didn't get any of the main directions. Let me look at your thing and see why that might have been.
Yeah, that's odd. I mean, the main issue is... it's the block I'm looking at. It's not like the one in the middle kind of thing.
Yeah. So there are also ways to fix that, but they rely on knowing what side of the block you're facing.
Yeah, that's what I was briefly looking at last time as well.
Yeah, so that may actually be worth looking into because then you can just add it to.
Yeah.
That is extremely weird.
Is it just because I ran out? Or is it...
No, because I had plenty.
That's so odd.
So, you know where the raycasting thing is?
Special raycasts?
No. Basic patterns, Archer's distillation. The hammer type thing you've been drawing to figure out the block you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
If you go 1 page after that, you get the architect's distillation, which returns a vector representing the side of the block you're looking at. You can take that and add it to your Archer's distillation thing.
Oh,
or actually,
yeah.
you'd want to subtract it, and it would move it 1 in the direction of whatever you're facing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I...
And that way you'll be in the center of the block.
I have it written down from my last spell, so... I definitely tried to use that. Oh, I see. Yeah. So I want the block I'm looking at, the direction I'm looking at. Subtract those. Okay. Bring up our list. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay, well, whatever I did not work, so...
What did you do?
Just says out of range.
Okay, so...
What the fuck?
Yeah, Architect Distillation needs the first 2 things that you get for Archer's Distillation as well.
Oh.
It's basically just another form of raycasting. It's like the entity viewing one.
That's why it wasn't working. So... subtract... Okay.
Nice.
Somehow we're missing these 2 blocks, or I ran out of amethyst again.
Very possible.
Very possible. That uses a lot. God damn. Which also means if I make a trinket out of this, I'm gonna need to use a lot to fill it.
I'd love to know why you're still missing random blocks out of your spell.
I think that's because I ran out of amethyst, at least I hope so. Okay, well, I mean, this works, but it costs a shit ton of amethyst.
Alright. Well, the problem with if you only had a stack of just the crystals is that it's going to look like it costs a lot more when you're casting it here versus when you're casting it in a trinket, because
Yeah.
Archer's Distillation and Architect's Distillation both use just a tiny amount of media, but if you only have crystals, they'll use up a whole crystal.
But still.
And you're doing that twice for every block you're breaking. So that's 2 crystals for every block, plus the power it takes to break a block.
Okay, so then maybe it won't be
It'll
too
be
bad.
much cheaper in a trinket.
Okay, that's good.
I am extremely curious why it's leaving behind 2 blocks, but I don't have enough blocks around. Actually, here. I want to do a test. If you cast the same spell you cast before, but you do it facing a different direction, does it leave behind the same blocks?
I mean, sure.
If you do it from over here.
I guess should I do that before doing my trinket?
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot easier to fix the spell if it was that you didn't run out of amethyst and it is a problem.
Yeah. Okay, this is the same spell.
Alright. So it's different. Left behind a different block.
Just one this time.
Just one this time. I think maybe your trinket has a problem with precision, where it's rounding which block it's breaking.
That could be it.
So the way to fix that, I believe...
Oh yeah, there's like
there
a
is
cap thing.
a way to, like, normalize a vector.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you'd want is the floor purification. And you'd want to do that before you add the Architect's Distillation to it.
Before add?
Before.
Yeah,
because Architect's Distillation is always a vector. Or a unit vector, I should say. They're all vectors, but...
Oh, where is that?
Anywhere.
Okay, so... then this should be fine. Okay, so I need all of this.
When I was younger, whenever I made a friend, I would call them, like, when I was super best friends with someone, I would call them by their full first and last name, because I was told that was a sign of respect. And so I was like, oh, well, I really respect this person, so I'm gonna call them by the most respectful manner possible. But really, all it did was make my friends feel like they were in trouble.
Hmm. This is annoying me now. Ah.
Is it?
Won't look at my amethyst. Now I've run out of space.
You
So
can
we're
turn on
starting
hitboxes.
again.
I did have one teacher who explicitly told me he felt bad for the way he treated my sister.
Okay.
But I think that he was definitely someone who should have retired maybe about 5 years earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've
when I
created-
had him, he was retired and substituting and having a much better time of it.
That's fair. I have created my trinket.
You made it?
I've made
Let's
a
see it.
trinket. We have to have the focus in our left hand because, of course.
I could try and make my way over there, though.
Okay, it's still left this one block, but that's fine.
Well, that's annoying. You had a teacher who slapped a student and retired the same day. Well, I mean...
Okay, that only used 4 dust. Not even.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It is a
So
lot
much better.
cheaper. Much cheaper. And there's your trinket.
Oh my god!
Congrats.
Okay. Now we can start tearing down a mountain.
Bones, would you like to see the upgraded version of your trinket?
I mean, I've seen it.
At
I've
full
watched
power.
I've watched your stuff.
Don't you want to see it at full power?
Or just one row.
I can only do it so fast.
That's fair. Did you do that in a similar way or a bit more math way?
A lot more math way,
Okay.
actually.
You didn't list
Birdie.
50 items, is what you're saying?
No, but that was how I started, and then I was like, wow, this sucks.
As inconvenient as holding two things at once is, I could always just have a big list for big things.
You could as well. That will just break as many blocks as you give it coordinates, so if you wanted something that did what this hammer does, but in a 31 by 31 by 31 cube, you could have it.
The thing I was thinking as well, I don't think this is possible, but you know how if you were to use commands to... Like, if you're in creative and you use commands and you just wanted to get rid of this mountain, right? You'd probably take one corner, that coordinate, take the other corner, that coordinate. Is there a way?
There's absolutely a way.
It would be interesting.
It would be. I think we might need another hex casting add-on in order to get that done, actually, but there is definitely a way to do that. Just that. Drawing liquid. Sure is. Alright, now we have water.
Okay, we're gonna use that for my... I'm cycling through what trinkets look like. These ones are the ones that teleport animal.
The last thing we need.
Wait, this would also work on anyone else. Anyone want to volunteer to be teleported to my zoo?
Didn't I already test that for you?
No, I don't remember. I don't actually recall.
I do love looking at the Bones cam and just seeing you go to town destroying shit.
This is what I'm going to be doing. Just whenever I'm bored. I have so much to flatten.
Hell yeah.
So I have been working a little bit on the zoo. Hi. We also have deer and some like ducks and birds. Slowly tearing down this mountain. It used to be taller than that mountain there, and now it is here and it is flat. But using magic it's kind of nice. It's a little bit therapeutic. It's better than like block by block because it is like instantly breaking 9 blocks for me, which is way faster. But it is still a little time consuming. And we do have, I mean, these are the 2 main mountains, but we do have all this area up until like here that I want to flatten. Another thing I was also thinking of, do I leave this hill just to give it some natural like variation? That might be nice, because it's like right in the center. It might be nice to have kind of just like a flat hill here. Now that I've just actually thought of it, if I place any grass here, it's gonna look savanna-y. Because this whole island is a savanna. I'm rethinking things for the worst. Is this grass as well? It's orange sand. Because now I'm thinking about here, because that's a lot more variation in grass. But I don't really want to do that. I don't want to start over somewhere else. Because I have plains, forest, and jungle, and Arctic areas. But all of that would all look like a savanna. I don't really want to relocate my zoo.